Well, we've already had plenty of exciting action from the Women's World Cup so far, and we're getting ever closer to the knockout stages, but there are a couple of key group games still to come, including Brazil against Italy. Warren Ashurst and Tom McGarry here to talk you through what could be an intriguing encounter, and the South Americans in particular, Tom, have a lot to play for here because having lost somewhat surprisingly to Australia in their second group game, having been 2-0 up on that occasion as well, they have it all to do now to make sure they get through to the last 16.
Yeah, it was a bit of a disaster for Brazil, the South American champions, one of the favourites coming into this tournament. I think they were expected to breeze through this group quite easily, certainly not lose any of their group games, and being 2-0 up against a decent Australia side, yes, but they would have expected to have gone on to win that game quite comfortably and perhaps score a few more goals. The fact they lost might work out as a good thing in the long run. You never know. It could be the kind of wake-up call they needed, and I can see them really responding against an Italy side that are already through to the last 16. Talk they may rest one or two of their key players. So for me, this is set up for Brazil to really hammer home their credentials as not only a side that can get out of the group, but also potentially go quite deep in the competition, quarterfinal, semi-final stage.
Yeah, and they were expected, of course, to be one of the challengers. The Copa America champions, known for the amount of goals that they score, and Marta, who is the all-time leading goal scorer in the World Cup. She grabbed a goal in that defeat to Australia, 16 goals in total. She limped off, though, at half-time. That may well have had something to do with the way that Brazil ended up losing that game, but it is thought that she will be fit to play some part against Italy, who, you have to say, Tom, have looked really impressive so far in this competition.
They have, quite surprisingly as well, ranked 15th in the world, so reasonably high in the standings, but they're not one of the teams that anyone was particularly talking about going into this competition. I think most people expected Brazil and Australia to be the top two in the group, but comfortable winners against Jamaica, as you would have expected, and then in their first game they also got the victory they needed against Australia. So they're doing really well, Italy, and they've got Christina Girelli up front who bagged a hat-trick against the Jamaicans. Again, she might be one of the players that is rested in this game with Italy already being through, but the pressure's off the Italians. They can enjoy themselves, perhaps let the shackles off, and who knows, there could be potential for them to cause one or two more surprises as this tournament develops.
Yeah, certainly if they were to win this game, that it would send shockwaves through the rest of the Women's World Cup. That will be 3 wins out of 3 in the group stages and beating one of the expected favourites in Brazil. What we should say as well, though, I think both Tom and I are of the opinion that Brazil will bounce back in this game. They have won all 3 previous encounters between the two sides, including the last meeting, which is in 2016. It was a 5-3, 8-goal thriller in favour of the South Americans. Can they make it 4 wins out of 4 against Italy? We shall see. Much to look forward to. Brazil against Italy. Let us know your thoughts via our social media pages, like our Facebook and Twitter page, and make sure you subscribe also to our YouTube channel.